Welcome to People Behind the Product, where we're here with Sara, who's an engineering manager at Tulip. And how long have you been at Tulip?
3 years.
3 years. So where were you before Tulip? Where are you from?
I'm from the Boston area. I went to university in Virginia, got my degree in computer science there, and I spent, right after college, was working as a software engineer, but within a different realm. So I was at professional services, so I was consulting, and 3 to 6 months, depending on the project, sort of shifting different customers, industries, always roughly the same concept of like come in, help a company who doesn't really have a huge tech department because they're usually not in tech,
Right.
build whatever feature it is and then keep moving forward. So I did that for 5 years. It was an interesting experience. It sort of made me a jack of all trades, master of none when it came to software development. It was a lot of, hey, can you join and start delivering code within 2 weeks kind of mindset. And it was really cool in some ways because I got to see a lot of different aspects of software development lifecycle. I think different industries treat it differently. I got to sort of see that agile development works for people in different ways. It's not like a one size fits all. And I think that was valuable, especially given I wanted to move more into management and know how to lead and run software teams. So then I joined Tulip, which is a bit of a shift because I had to go from the mindset of build something and leave to build something that lasts and maintain it. And I think that was a bit of a shift, but it's been overall, I think, very rewarding and exciting to be more in tech, in this, like in startup SaaS, what I sort of wanted to be doing all along.
So you have been a manager now for a couple years, and you've been on a couple of different teams, and you recently joined a new team. Can you share a little bit about the team you're leading now and what your team is focused on?
Yeah, so I'm the software engineering manager for the data team at Tulip. Data can be very broad and ambiguous in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Specifically, this is our product engineering team. So it's not just data collection within all things Tulip, but really like data collection within the Tulip platform and what that means. So if you're a customer running applications, there's metadata that we're tracking, there's different events from machines, automations, customer-built tables, and we sort of are the mechanism to either help build tooling for other teams to use to collect that data within the product and then surface it to the user, as well as storing it, handling any sort of event pipelines. There's a lot of complexity that it sort of builds out. So think of like your customer, it's a Tulip table, it looks kind of like a spreadsheet of like rows and columns of what the format of the data is and the schema. That is probably the biggest piece of what the team owns and what we work on in terms of new features to help customers interact and use their data to make it easier for you to access and manipulate data within the Tulip platform.
And you're hiring for the team, right?
Yes, we are.
So what roles do you have open?
We have a full stack, but leaning back-end engineering role that we're trying to fill right now. So we want someone with that back-end and data engineering sort of understanding, more building RESTful APIs, event pipelines, understanding how to stream a lot of data and what does that look, how to partition data. We work with Postgres, so knowledge in that would be really helpful. It is a full stack role because there is very small aspects of maybe need to tweak something in React or on the front end, but for the most part, it's the most back-end leaning of the full stack like roles that we have.
I think one of the things that's cool about a lot of the different teams at Tulip and the engineering organization, at least from what I've seen, is there is a lot of internal mobility of like people moving from team to team. So we do look for engineers who are like generally have that capability, even though this role obviously is leaning more back-end. Is that something you've seen since you've been here as well?
Yeah, so engineering tries to do this in a few ways. We've had people fully switch teams. I have done this recently. I moved from a more full stack to front end team, focused on app building, to the data team. So it was sort of an opportunity for me to take a lot of the skills I learned and move them to a different piece of the product and sort of help there. Also, what we do is a lot of engineering externships. So you might be on a back-end team and move towards a front-end facing team to help them. Maybe they need some extra capacity for a roadmap item, but it gives you perspective of different pieces of the platform that you usually wouldn't be aware of. And for maybe more of a platform team, it could help you learn more about the product or vice versa. Maybe you're very product heavy with the engineering work you're doing and it's very customer focused and you need to learn a bit more about the infrastructure. So we do have externships to offer people the way to move, see more pieces of the product, and then sometimes those turn into more permanent team switches.
Yeah, and because you've been in your past life in consulting and you went into a bunch of different organizations, you've probably seen and been exposed to a bunch of different engineering organizations and teams and cultures, and now obviously you've been at Tulip for 3 years. So what's unique about Tulip's culture, especially in engineering specifically?
The thing that I think is probably the most unique is that the product we're building is very interesting in the sense that we're essentially building the software development lifecycle as a platform.
Right.
So engineers inherently have studied this in school, have seen it elsewhere, have seen it at Tulip. So they understand fundamentally what that means, and they can be very product minded and help influence decisions because they know industry best practices from their own just doing their job. So I think that's really cool. It gives a lot of opportunity to have a really good dynamic between product and engineering and design, to sort of engineers can suggest a lot more and be more collaborative. Maybe they don't understand as much the manufacturing if they're new and haven't gotten to learn the space as much, but it really gives them a chance to understand the product from the engineering side, maybe less the manufacturing side. The other thing I really love about our Tulip culture is one of our operating principles, which is like stay lean and continuously improve. If we have different issues or incidents or notice a flaw in our process, we're not, oh, it was this person's fault or this team's fault. It's very much a, hey, how did our process fail us? What QA could we have done better? What better cross-team communication could we have done to avoid something like this? It's a very collaborative and all in to help fix the problem approach. And I think that's really unique. It's very healthy to have that mindset. And it gives people the chance to say, oh, I could have done something different. Let me suggest these ideas, because they don't feel like they're going to be called out for having new ideas for how to change the engineering process or culture.
And what are you most excited about in the roadmap that's coming up?
So Tulip's at a really interesting point. We've definitely noticed, obviously, the product market fit of customers are liking our product, they're scaling up. And with that comes a lot of issues from a technical standpoint. Instead of having maybe 100 users, it's 1,000 or 10,000. And how do we support that while delivering the same level of service within the product? And I think there's a lot of restructuring and refactoring, but we want the end user result to be the same in that. It's an interesting technical challenge because we want to build something with a much better architecture than what we've done years prior, but we need to make sure that the migration is seamless, that we can prove that it's going to be more performant. It often requires new ideas and thinking through how to restructure and re-architect a lot of code. That's very core and central to a lot of the product. So that's been an interesting challenge and has required a lot of engineering thought and ideation for what's the best thing for us to tackle there. One thing that my team's working on that I'm excited about is one of the things we've seen is as customers use our product more, they want to sort of, the same way an engineer would debug their code and understand where the issues are, customers kind of want to do that within Tulip because it's a programming language essentially is what our platform is.
It's their like operational backend.
It's a drag and drop programming. And so we want to give the ability for customers to see the issues they have within the applications they've built. So we're building an event log, and this will be a new view within the platform, and it'll be a way for customers to see maybe something wrong with their triggers. For example, a lot of times you could have a variable that could be set to 0, and then you could divide by that variable, and then they're like, why is my app not working? It's like, hey, there's a divide by 0 error. We can now surface these things if they're being limited because they're firing off too many requests too quickly and being not performant because they've written maybe an inefficient script within their applications. We can alert them of that. So it'll really be a way to help raise awareness to customers of the inefficiencies that they've built within our programming language and the Tulip platform.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining today, and really appreciate getting a chance to chat with you about this, and good luck with the hiring search. And if you'd like to join Sara's team, check out tulip.co/careers and apply.